Blind Mountain is a 2007 Chinese film directed by Li Yang, is also known as Road Home. Like Li's previous film, Blind Shaft, which dealt with the notoriously dangerous mining industry, Blind Mountain turns a sharply critical eye towards another one of China's continuing social problems, selling women for marriage. So let's start the movie. A manager who claims to be a distributor of a pharmaceutical company took a beautiful student Miss Bai to a remote mountain village and said that she was taking her to collect herbs and the money will fund her brother's education and pay off her parents' debts after they paid for her to go through college. He also insists that Miss Bai is a beautiful lady. When they got to the village, you will see how far away they took Miss Bai, and she doesn't even have an idea what is going on. Manager Wu secretly collected the money and called her secretary and said with Miss Bai, they will be back soon. Bai drank a glass of water and became unconsciously lying on the bed, and when she woke up, she checked her belt if it's still tight. When she went out, the father of Mustache, his husband, said that they have given her family 7,000 yuan for the marriage without any knowledge of Bai. Bai said that the two people will help her, but the family don't listen to her. So she checked her wallet and ID and it's gone. When Bai tries to walk away, she was forcibly brought into the house and detained her. At night, her husband Mustache wants to have a sexual interaction with Bai. Came out with failure because Bai smashed her. On the second day, all of the people around them celebrates the marriage of a knowledgeable Bai and Mustache. Firecrackers were placed at the door and a banquet joined by friends and relatives from the neighborhood. It was very lively. Only the poor Bai was locked and tied in the bed and couldn't move. Mustache was very kind at the beginning and she saw that Bai was very sad. He couldn't bear to force her to go to the small shop to buy cigarettes. However, a group of people who watched the excitement and did not have a big deal squeezing Mustache said that he was a kind of cockroach and was driven out in his wife even if he's still afraid of Bai. And when he returned home, he gave Bai a bowl of noodles. Bai asked Mustache to free her, but he refused Bai and said, even if he is very old and ugly, he is not stupid. If she could give back the 7,000 yuan, she can get what she wants. At night, Mustache went to see a group of people who were playing mahjong, who were sarcastic, who triggered him to leave, and when he returned to the room and planned to rape Bai, with the strong resistance of Bai, he failed the attempt, but the parents of Mustache insisted and helped him to make a commotion, and Bai feels harassed. Mustache has a cousin named Wang, who became a local teacher from the village after graduating from high school. At that time, Bai really wanted to leave the village to go back to her family. But Mustache family blocked her to run away, but she pushed them so she can go freely, and when she got into the village director to ask for help, people do not believe in her. Instead, tell her to go back to Mustache and refuse to help her. Bai's first attempt to leave failed. When Mustache came home, she asked her mother if how's Bai, and hears nothing but all is well with Bai, without knowing what really happened to Bai. And when he checked her, he found out that Bai slashed her wrist, resulting to be unconscious due to the blood that lost in her body. And Mustache is in a hurry to ask for help to his cousin Wang, and they brought Bai in the hospital in the middle of the heavy rain just to save Bai. But when they came in the hospital, they received unprofessional assistance from the doctors and nurses and asking if they have money to be able to cure and save the life of Bai. When Bai is in recovery, Mustache asked two ladies who also lived in the village to persuade Bai to accept her situation and her future living there. But it turned out that these two young women were also traded, and Bai recognized their accent. They were from the same place. Both of them have been cheated for several years, and their children are already grown up. Chen advised her to contemplate first, and if happened to get a chance to escape, she should grab it to have a better life away from there. Bai already have in her mind what should she do to escape from the life she is in.